What is the most useful Windows keyboard shortcut you think everyone should know? Win plus Shift plus S, screenshot a portion of the screen and copy to clipboard. No need to use print screen and edit, or open up snipping tool, if you just need to quickly send someone a partial screen grab. Win plus P, change multi-display layout, e.g. screen 1 only, screen 2 only, duplicate, extend, etc., without going into display settings. Nice. So long snipping tool. I believe that shortcut just uses the snipping tool under the covers. Maybe in some sense, but if you run snipping tool on the latest builds of Windows, it actually warns you that it will be replaced in the future with this tool instead. After a little exploration, this tool has a few more features than the old one did, including one I've really wanted: snip after 3 seconds for dynamic content that gets paused by the tool, so I'm okay with this. Edit, whoops, looks like the old snipping tool does have the delay option, excepting possibly on older versions of Windows. Snipping tool lets you delay the screenshot, doesn't it? Yep. Win key plus L immediately locks the screen, hiding whatever was displayed before. Control plus Shift plus T to reopen last closed tab. Useful when you accidentally close one. Also Control plus Backspace to delete word by word. Not Windows, but if you use Microsoft Word or Outlook, Shift plus F3 changes your highlighted word, sentence or paragraph between non-capitalized, first letter capitalized only, or all caps. Without highlighting, it does this to the word the cursor is in. This one is actually the inspiration behind this post. I learned it yesterday and figured there must be so many more shortcuts that will save me literally seconds of my life. Control plus F. It's really basic, but I've seen a lot of people scroll down for so long to find a word instead of just hitting up Control F. I did Control plus F on this post to see if anyone mentioned it. The true hero doesn't repost. Windows key plus L. Don't be a pleb who leaves a PC unlocked at work. Control W, close Reddit. Control T, you tab R, enter, see what's up on Reddit. Edit, people, I know about Control Shift T. My joke was about the weird brain-dead reflex of reopening right after closing. You know you've done it. Oh, enter for Reddit. Just opt out of the redesign entirely. Please explain how to do this. Bottom of your preferences page you have the beta options. Uncheck the use the redesign as my default experience box. Win plus Control plus Shift plus B restarts your graphics drivers. I've had this save me from the screen locking up many times where before I would have lent on the power. This is the most edge case shortcut I've ever had the pleasure of using. Some engineer at work forgot to save and was like 7 hours into some insane CAD work when their graphics driver froze. Sure saved the day. Sounds like what they really need to know is Control plus S. Windows key plus Shift plus left or right arrow key moves a window to another monitor. This works with full screen games and such. Control plus Shift plus C, Control plus Shift plus V copy and paste formats. I've been surprised at work how many people don't know this. 3/4 of my office doesn't even know you can even copy paste from the keyboard in the first place. This tip would be an absolute trip for the people in my office. 1 million hours of presentations where the presenter selects something, goes to File, clicks Copy then Paste, then drags the item where he needs it. I'm going to be grumpy for the rest of the afternoon now. Everyone knows all the normal ones, so duck it. Here's a fun one: Win plus period, for the emoji menu. Fuck yeah, edit. Also, I realize not everyone likes emojis, but considering you can't see someone's face while talking to them, it's actually kinda nice to be able to toss one on the end to contextualize messages and throw in some tone that might otherwise be lost. Not for business emails, sure, but a welcome thing for casual chat. Oh shit. I have literally Googled emojis to copy-paste. This is groundbreaking. Windows key plus print screen #X200B automatically takes a screenshot of your screen and saves it to the default Windows Pictures folder. Edit, to make it clearer, the screenshots are saved here. See users or Windows username or pictures screenshots. Edit 2, only works on Windows 8 or later. Edit 3, thanks for the gold, kind stranger smile, quoting you Camya, use the username variable so you can paste it in the Explorer, See users %username %picturesque screenshots #x200b. Control plus Shift plus Escape for Task Manager. Be aware that this is a request instead of an interrupt. So if your computer froze, Control plus Shift plus Escape will do nothing. This is what Control Alt Delete is for. Okay, but if it is frozen like that, after you hit Control Alt Delete you still will not be able to open Task Manager. You will, unless the machine is completely frozen, i.e. the CPU is stuck and will no longer accept any additional commands, in which case only a hard reset will help. Edit: opening the Task Manager this way probably won't work either if the machine is completely frozen, leaving this comment up to those who wonder what the difference between Control plus Shift plus Escape and Control Alt Delete is regardless. As the person you replied to said, Control Alt Delete is a system-level software interrupt. This means that the OS is told this needs immediate attention, stat. The command will take priority over any non-interrupt instructions. Control plus Shift plus Escape is you telling the OS, hey, when you're free, please do this. Control Alt Delete is you telling the OS, hey, duckface, do this right now, immediately. This is a wildly simplified explanation and there are tons of technical details I don't want to get into for the time being, such as the difference between hardware interrupts and software interrupts, but in essence, that's what an interrupt is. Yes, Control Alt Delete is an interrupt. Now you're at that screen. But then when you launch Task Manager it is no different than starting any other new process. It's not like the interrupt fixed anything, so now you can launch new processes. I say this with a decade of experience. In almost every case where Control plus Shift plus Escape does not open Task Manager, a reboot will be necessary unless you can find another way to identify and kill the offending process. Win+D Desktop. Sometimes I have too many programs documents open, so this helps reaching the desktop quickly. Edit: Alt plus Tab to switch between apps. Smile. Alt plus Tab, modifier key first. Shift. Stop bloody toggling caps lock. Said this in an earlier thread, but F2 renames a file. Some tips from replies were, Tab jumps to the next file to be renamed and Shift plus Tab to rename the previous file in the list. Shift F10. Works like a right click and then you can use the up and down arrows and enter for spell check etc. Saves taking your hands off the keyboard. Also Control plus left or right arrow. Goes to the start of each word. Combine with Shift to highlight whole sentences. Shift F10. So does the menu key on a PC keyboard that no one ever seems to use. Some crappy keyboards don't have this key frown. Shift plus Tab to go the opposite direction of Tab. I use this a lot when I code, saves me minutes. Win+E open File Explorer Control plus 1 to 9 in Google Chrome to get to the tab you wanted to get to if you got multiple tabs open in Chrome. Edit 1 to 9. Scoff 10 tabs? Amateur. The interesting thing is that she has a 10 key. Everyone knows Control-Z for undo, Control-Y is redo. Sometimes it's Control plus Shift plus Z. The shortcut for undo more than once is Control-Alt-Z in FL Studio. Launch the shortcuts on your taskbar with Win plus number. Control plus Enter when typing a website address. This automatically adds the www to the beginning and com to the end. Control plus semicolon gives you the current date. You'll use this once, then you'll never enter the date again. In what program? Microsoft Excel. Scribbles furiously in a notepad. Why write it down? Open a new Word document with Alt plus X. When you watch a video on YouTube, you can go to different parts of the video by pressing the numbers on your keyboard. 0 can reset it, whilst 9 will put it some way close to the end. It's in 10% increments, I thought? So 9 should put you at the 90% point of the video. Step 1. Copy something with Ctrl plus C. Step 2. Instead of using Ctrl plus V to paste, use Ctrl plus Shift plus V. It pastes it in the same font as everything else on the document, so if you copy something like a definition, this command will change the font to whatever you are using on the document. F4 repeats whatever action you last did, such as bold, add border, paste as values. Huge time saver in Excel. Win plus M minimize all windows, which usually brings you to the desktop, though some programs don't follow the rules. Win plus Shift plus M undoes the minimization and brings back whatever you had open. Win plus X, a CMD is admin Win plus E new Explorer window Win plus arrow key snap window to screen edges corners. Win X gets you a whole lot more than just an admin CMD. It's a nice shortcut to most things I ever need.